Right, so I'm going to have a go at wicking the Kylin. This is the second deck, so just bear with me, I've never done any of these videos before. I'll give it a shot. The coils that are in it now, I won't tell you how to put them in yourself. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do it, but that's what I'm using. Staples staggered fuse Claptons. It comes in about 0.17 on this DNA. So I'll just have a go at it. Cotton wise, just using cotton bacon. I think it's V2, I'm not sure to be honest. They are version 2.0. You gotta get a piece sort of about that size, and then so you've got two of them. And then just fluff it up as much as you can. And then all I've been doing is just rolling it up afterwards. Twist one end tight. Thread it through that. Should have a bit of resistance, but not too much. Get rid of some of that off it. And then basically the same again on the other side. You can see how it is that. Pull it through back and forth a little bit just to loosen it up and fluff up the insides. Right, so lengthwise, you cut them both the same. About a centimetre and a bit. And you see there, that sort of length. And what we'll be doing then, get some tweezers. And just pull the ends out, fluff them up nice and fluffy. Some of that you can just pull off the excess. You see they're quite fluffing out at the end. And then I think this is the bit that seems to be making it work, I think. Anyway, sort of almost like you just squash them together, pull them apart, and then just like sort of pull the bits of each wick into the other one. Same again, do that on both sides obviously. And just try and put the whole thing in at once. It should be fairly tight when it goes in. So I think you don't want too much juice getting down there. And then at the bottom, just make sure it's not wedged on this, make sure you've got like a little gap there, you see. And then same again on the other side. When they're threaded, if you just sort of like get them and just sort of overlap them if you can. So it looks like it's just one wick rather than two separate ones. You should still have a bit of movement, a bit of free movement in it, but it should still feel a little bit tight. And again, just check that you've got a bit of a gap at the bottom for the juice to sit in. Won't be a sec. Right, so the next part is just drip on to it. Get a good amount of juice on the wick. Nice and wet. And then what I've been doing is just heat it up, blowing it a bit just to get the juice flowing. Now you can see it's like almost dried it out. And then just drip on it again. And then final thing really is just check that when it's wet that it still seems blocked up, like so. There's nothing should be dripping out of it. Got a bit of clearance at the bottom. It's all good. If you can have a look at that, I don't know if you can see it. Might not be the neatest job, but it seems to be doing the trick. So I'll just, well, I would have put it back together, but I seem to, yep, idiot. Apparently I can't rebuild them properly, the tanks. And that's it. I did this last night. I built it just to double check that I wasn't trying to show you how to build something that's just going to piss out. And what I found is after about an hour, I got a ring of juice around the bottom bit here. So it was a bit miffed. I thought, fuck's sake, I've not managed to do it. So I took it off, cleaned it up, and then I've left it all day, sat while I've been at work. And it's not dripped anything else out of it, so I figured it's maybe just the initial bit. You might get a bit of a leak, but it should clear up if you clean it up after that. And I did a full tank through it and I got nothing else dripping, so touch wood, it's working alright. So I'll just have a check and make sure it's not dry hitting. Nope, it's absolutely fine. Oh, one more thing, by the way, if you've not tried this, it's Matt Chandler's Candy Vape, Banoffee Coffee. I suggest you do because it's really good. Alright, I'll see you in a bit.